Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So today I decided to do something a tiny bit different. So instead of recording my audio live, I decided to do something called a voiceover. Basically, voiceovers, if you don't know, are basically where you record stuff first, and then after that you go to a different thing and you record all your speech after the fact. And then you basically kind of do kind of a narration instead of just showing you how my reaction is. So yeah. I guess let's start. So, I'm taking off the runway. I got a CB. We're playing Navy Sim, and I got somebody in my ball gunner, even though I didn't really think anybody would jump in. I pull up my gear, and I'm off. I take note that the pirates are robbing a sea bank, and there's how many are there? There's 4 or 5 ships, I think, all robbing that. So, yeah, there's a lot of people. I see there's 2 ships in front of me, and I duck under that plane because I realize that that's a teammate, and I don't want to shoot them, and I definitely don't want to waste money by ramming into them. So I open my bomb bay door and drop all my stuff, go and deleted them. I get shot down immediately, but that's not important because their ship is probably going to get destroyed, and I killed 2 people. You can also probably see how, you could kind of see where my ship crashed because you could see the comedically large water spraying up. This time I decided to take a torpedo bomber. For me, torpedo bombers are very nice. I feel like they're very nice, clean, cut, very well done. It takes way more skill to use than a bomber, but I feel like if you can get it done well, it can also feel a bit more rewarding than a bomber. Maybe not as rewarding in, actuality, but it feels more rewarding, and it's more satisfying. So, I'm flying over the sea bank. Everybody from there has kind of departed. I lock on to what appears to be another humongous ship, and I get ready, drop my torpedo right about now, and kaboom. Killed 2 more people, and I'm heading out of there. The only problem is that since I'm in Sea Military Base, I have to get out of there, and I'm getting shot at. I try to do some evasive maneuvers, and I get what I deserve for trying to play like a sweaty. I got what I deserve for trying to play like a sweat. I kill myself, not in real life, YouTube, because it just would be really inconvenient to have to wait for my plane to fully sink. So I'm gonna take another one of those, right? But instead I can't afford it, so I have to take another torpedo bomber. Rev up my engine, and off the runway for the 3rd time in a row. I'm flying through the sky, pretty easy. And yep, there goes the SMS Destiny, which was a cutter. Pretty cool. Cutters are pretty epic. Probably one of my favorite ships other than a torpedo boat is the cutter. I see there's a little ship right there, but I don't want to get it at the moment, so I try to get the plane that I'm chasing. I accidentally dropped my torpedo, so I wouldn't have been able to get the ship anyways afterwards, and I start shooting that plane down. Yeah, it's going down. It's check engine, and yeah. I go down, but I take somebody with me. $370, just like that. Still technically lost money, but it was fun. I wasn't done yet, though. No. I wasn't done at all. I'm gonna go and rush their island. I'm not just one to stop right there. I'm taking down their island. And see, I'm sneaking over. And as I'm about there, which, by the way, what the flip are they doing with the golf cart? Yep, they spawned a cutter. I wanted to sneak on, but it didn't really go so well for me. So I got in there. They noticed that there was somebody who wasn't one of them on the ship. So one of them came down. I knew this, so I pulled out my shotgun, got ready to spam, and we both died. Yeah, that was fun. In this game, bullets don't immediately get to where they are like in games like maybe TF2, right? They actually have to travel the distance. I spawn in one of those, this time though, with a much different thing. See, since I'm broke, and I didn't want to crash land on the island again, I decided I wanted to take on Bang. And originally my thought was, I'm just going to kamikaze into the bank, and then I'll get out when a ship arrives. And then I realized, what if I tried to do something crazy that I've never done before? And what if I tried to land on the bank and take off from the bank roof? Doing that, I decide to turn around, get ready, slow my throttle down so that I can land easier, and crash down. I knew I wasn't done though, because this thing has such durable wings that I just didn't take any damage. I reversed a bit, only to realize that it would immediately fall down. But that wasn't the important thing. I knew there was a way to get out of there once I was done, I'm sure, right? So I pop out, get the doors open, which that door, for some reason lately, has been a tiny bit buggy. See, military, if for whatever reason you're watching this, maybe try to get that so that when it clicks the first time, it doesn't do it. That's killed me a lot of times. I try to get through the vent, which is just such a thumbnail hole. It just sucks. I dodge the pretty easy lasers, and I get ready to sort all my stuff out. And I jump over that laser, get my Thompson ready. This is how I do it, because the only item I don't really need is the boombox, so I'll have everything that I would use ready. And it fits very much perfectly. I jump down, nobody's there, but the bank door is already open. So I run in, get all the gold bars, which since I have the upgraded bag size, I can carry 6 instead of only 2, which is very good. I get out, and it's time to climb up. I was gonna try to shoot that boat down, but yeah, good luck, schmuckos. I'm not getting that boat. No way. Flames are going around. I think that boat's going to shoot me, so I try to make a run for it and get out of there before I die. I look back one final time thinking that somebody was going to pop out and that I could shoot them, but no, they're just going around the island. Before they make a full loop, I wanted to get, on the top so that I could get out of there. So I did. Using my monkey brain from my evolved monkey skills, I jump on the trees, jump on the rocks, bada bang, bada boom, I'm on the roof. Now this is the hard part. This is the part that I've never actually finished before. Getting off the roof. You need to position yourself almost perfectly, and for a long time I didn't think it was possible. And that's correct. It's only possible with this one plane because of its such lightweight. You see this? This is called struggling. It's kind of sucky, and I don't like it. But eventually, I get ready, and I get a lineup on that. It holds me in place, I know, so I stop there. I slow down my engine, then immediately turn it back on to give me some time. Maximize throttle, and bada bang, bada boom. I did the thing that I thought was impossible. I took off from the bank in a plane. Yeah. You didn't think that was possible, right? Yeah, neither did I. It's pretty cool. That plane's like, what you doing there? What you doing in a transport plane when when you're in the middle of a war field? And I'm like, nah, it's fine. I'm fine. I know none of you can see it, but this plane doesn't actually have gears, so I tried to pull them up, but then I remember they didn't. I slowed my throttle and landed perfectly. Very majestic. Okay, not perfectly, fine. Yeah, but don't be a nitpicker, okay? It felt perfectly. Aside from that guy who completely crashed his plane into that. Just rammed it. His wing, probably gonna have to spend a few dollars to get that fixed. I decide that I wanted to, do some other things, and I wanted to buy a plane. So I'm trying to escape, and then, yeah, I really don't like when this happens. Somebody spawned a plane, multiple planes, right on me, and I was sandwiched between of some other people. I try to open that, and I get into my plane, and I was going to try to get out, but it didn't work out very well. So I just sit down, wait for all the other planes to pass by, and I get out. Done with that, I drop down, parachute so that I don't take any damage, and then, yeah, $3,300, just like that. If anybody wants to grind, I highly recommend getting it. Even if you aren't planning on grinding, actually, still get it. Very useful. Probably the things that I would probably recommend most, get an M4A1 in that gamepad, in the extra carry Game Pass. It's very good. You have a reliable weapon, and you also have that thing. I see that guy speaking in Russian, so I was gonna interact with him, but I don't speak Russian. They were trying to have a conversation though. So I take off again in my transport plane, ready to do something crazy. And you're gonna see what I meant by crazy. No, I'm not flying back to the bank because I already robbed it. It doesn't have any bars left in it. I would just probably lose my plane, to be honest. So I continue to Seabase, and I do something that isn't actually that crazy now that I'm looking back at it. I decide there's nothing there. I have no weapons. I want to kamikaze. Okay? So I crashed into the island. Pretty fun strat. There was an easier way. You can slow down your plane's throttle and then do it, and then hop out like a skydiver and like they do in the movies. But that's not important. So I decide, that's a nice civilian area, and yeah, kaboom. I pop out and there's this guy. Again, this is what I meant by this gives me troubles. I close this. It doesn't work. I have to spam it like 2 more times to get it to actually close. Then I'm ready to burst it open because I'm getting shot through the wall somehow. I open it because it was lagging. Light this guy up and make a run for my life when I receive that there's other people there other than that guy. I don't think that I was going to make it out because, yeah, they have spawn protection. I feel like I'm basically screwed. But that's not really the true part of it. So, I kind of just run by. I never actually knew that you could actually access the engine from that little model plane. But you can. Anyways, I get in the elevator and you can see I'm a bit panicked about, are they going to show up? But I think that they actually either reset, got killed by another person somehow, or they decide to leave. Which, looking back at it with the golf court, I think they just decided to leave. Hop in the elevator, go down to the hangar. Go up to the hangar, And yeah, I'm on my way. Alright, so I'm back up to the hangar. I switch over to my Thompson because, if there's somebody in there, there's a training going on, I want to have it be a tiny bit more classical, but gladly there's not. So I pull out my sniper, and I get ready to shoot some people because, oh dang, there's a plane. Because the doors closed and it said that it was going down, I thought they had called it to lobby and I had to get ready, but then when I pressed hangar, it opened again and I got out because I realized it was going to keep doing that. So I closed the door and I tried to get away. But that guy saw me, so I had to take him out. I made my run for it because that guy was going to respawn, get over here, and try to kill me. So, I made my way out as quick as I could. And I got another person before I escaped to a different part of the map. I saw there was a crashed plane there, but I didn't really mind it. So I was thinking, there's a guy on anti-air guns. So I ran over, got as close as I could without being noticed. Yeah. I sniped him. Thought that guy was a player, but really it was the NPC at the spawn. Those two started making their way to me, so I made my getaway, jumped off there, pulled my parachute, and made my way out. I think they left me after they realized I had jumped off, so I decided to make my way through the training course. Now, if you don't know, you don't have to go through the training course to actually get through this little cave. You can just kind of run through. It's not really a secret, but it is just something that I decide to do when I want to point it out. I see that there's people there, so I get ready to do a little trickery and pull out my sniper again, get ready for round 2 of sniping. That guy makes his getaway because he had his force field on along with those other 4 people. So I try to reposition to get to a better area, and people are spawning in. I panic immediately because I'm like, oh crap, I'm screwed, aren't I? No, I wasn't really at all. The only part that made me really screwed here was that this guy crashed right next to me, and so that guy managed to pull out his A12 and get me down. Dang, that really was sad. I ran over to Plane Shop again, and for like the 50th time it felt like, got another plane. This time I decided to go back with the big bombers because those are fun. They're always fun. Not for the enemy team, but for you. And if you're having fun, that's all that really matters, right? I mean, unless your idea of fun is genocide. That's not fun. How do I make this sound better? Okay, it's fine as long as you aren't planning on having fun as in doing drugs. That's the best way I can say it. There we go. So I pull over. I can see there are 2 random torpedoes, or not really random, I guess. But it felt like there were like 5 random torpedoes that went in the water. They weren't torpedoes. But there was a torpedo boat, so I made my little hit at it, dropped some bombs, kablooey. Took a guy out pretty easily. Ball gunner starts helping me make my getaway. And yeah, we're doing pretty fine, except for the fact that they're kind of shooting us, and we're kind of in the bad position, like a really, really, really horrible position because they're being shut down. But our knight in shining armor has came, and they decided to shoot our little friendo down there. Or not really friendo. If you call your enemies a friend, then I guess I couldn't really call anything away. But back to the point, I crash, and I realize I don't want to reset because I'm right there, right? So I go through the bomb bay door that is still left open. And there's my partner that was in my ball gunner. We start doing it. I start sorting out my items for combat because I always have it in the certain order so that I always know what to press to bring out what item I need. And yeah, we run over there, and there's people there. My teammate is seemingly way ahead of me, if I can even see him. Is that him? Oh, that's a post. That's not him. That's a post. So I was gonna shoot that guy. He, disappeared into thin air. Probably died, and then immediately was like, "Nah, I don't want to play this anymore." Probably had a really big ship, got killed on it, and they took the ship. So probably really mad. I make my way up there, and I get ready. I look. I thought that was a person. It wasn't. I see this person that. They're kind of vulnerable, but turns out they're prisoners, so that means they're kind of on our side, so I decided to not do anything about it. There's my teammate down there, if you can see him, which now you can, definitely. I pop down to help him, see what he's doing, and he's getting killed. He very sadly dies because that person had the force field, and, you can't beat people when they have a force field, so, yeah. I shoot that person, make my getaway up the mountain. Knowing that he's gonna know where I am, I need to reposition and do it quick before he runs back at me. But before I do that, got a quick scope on that guy. And jump across. Now, up there is a really good spot. The only bad thing about it is it's really well lit up. And everybody sees you when you're on it, which is a really big problem. So I get ready to attack, and I just kind of look around. Nobody seemed like they were there, so I decided to pop down, pull out my gun, light up that guy. Tried to make my getaway because I knew people were going to see me and try to get me. It's kind of hard to make your getaway when you're being chased by people who just spawned in, though. At first, I didn't think anybody was there, and I did make my problem here. 2 people with force fields showed up, and I couldn't do anything to stop them. Or could I? No, I couldn't. I'm kidding. I totally could have. And I did. I made short work of them because they had bad aim. And then this person made a short work of me. MLG no scope, right? Yep. Yeah. So, I guess, I think I'm done.